following preview is rated R by the Motion Picture Association.
So, this is just an interview for a newspaper. No big.
Mr. Brown will see you now.
I just have a couple of questions.
Go right ahead.
Do you have any interests outside of work?
What about you? I'd like to know more about you.
There's not really that much to know about me. Did you hear that?
Ignore that. You were saying?
Well, there's just not that much to know about me. I mean, look at me.
Oh, I am.
Oh, come on!
She was just a literature student. He was an enigma wrapped in a mystery, shrouded in a cloud of gas.
To what do you owe your success?
I exercise control in all things.
All things? Must be really boring. Can't you control that?
This Valentine's Day, the worldwide phenomenon seeps into theaters.
I had a rough start in life. You should steer clear.
My mind and my nose tell me I should, but my heart won't let me. Aw, my mouth was open!
Their passion couldn't be contained, and neither could his lunch. He taught her desire. She learned to open her senses.
I want to do weird things to you.
How about we open a window first?
50 Shades of Brown.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness. I'm Justin. With me is Jackie and Sam. Welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm just going to get us going by first saying we've made some huge changes to the website. You can now find, well, it's being updated, but you can now find our Stinker Thinkers, and you can play Stinker Thinkers online, and you can also see our streaming do's and don'ts in a nice, cool format and where you can watch it. Pretty cool. Follow us on Twitter, G+, Facebook, and please, please, please review us on iTunes. It helps us immensely. And then if you have any questions or concerns or comments, email us at talk@SneakerMadness or go to our forums and tell us how awesome we are.
I thought we were all about the hate mail.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Or
send hate mail.
hate mail.
Hate mail.
But don't bad review us with the hate mail. Just send that to the email. Send the hate mail to the email, and then we'll respond to that in kind. Not really. We'll be like, thank you for noticing.
We'll
I'm an
mostly
idiot.
send you pictures of our butts.
And, you know, there's plenty of inconsistencies with the program that you can sound off about. Speaking of, I can't remember which one it was, but in one episode you called Charlton Heston Charles Heston. And Jackie called Frank Capra Frank Capri.
All right.
Classic.
And I fucked something else up, but
Yeah, I heard you fucked
it wasn't
one
like pissing on film history. I think I just screwed up a sentence in the same episode.
So, well, that's part of the drinking. The drinking
Yeah.
usually does that to us. But let's get right into it. I know we've got a whole lot to talk about. The streaming do's and don'ts. Didn't get a whole lot done in the last week, unfortunately. However, Jackie and I watched a couple yesterday. First off, The Serpent and the Rainbow, currently streaming on Netflix
God damn
and
it. I
Amazon
told you
Prime.
guys to wait for me on
Oh,
that. I
I'm
haven't seen
sorry.
that since I was like 8.
It's interesting. I thought you had seen it more recently.
No.
Huh.
I keep saying, boy, I really want to watch that again.
Well, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin's a dick. I thought it was a dude.
I thought it was okay. It's probably the finest Wes Craven film that I've seen.
Even better than Swamp Thing?
Ooh, no.
Okay.
The Jaguar made it all worth it for me.
It's
No,
pretty
don't tell
silly.
me about it. I can't remember a damn thing.
There's a lot of silly
Bill
business
Pullman's
in
in that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. I would say it's definitely a do. Just don't go into it thinking like this is going to be silly. It's a silly attempt at serious horror.
Yeah.
So it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's not like goofy, oh, the boobies are out again movie. It's an interesting tale.
I was talking to Shannon last week, and he was saying, and I recalled that he was correct, that the original Nightmare on Elm Street is super efficient. Like, it gets its job done as
I would
quickly
say so.
as possible.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
That's a good way
I
to say
was
it.
wondering, even then, as we're talking about, boy, I hope I can watch The Serpent and the Rainbow soon, because it would be to see if it was as efficient as say.
I'll tell you what. It's forgettable enough that I would watch it again in 6 months.
Okay.
So give it 6 months and we'll take another trip down.
I might just do it on my own because I finally did Condor Man on my own because you guys all watched that without me.
Oh, I would do Condor Man tomorrow, but that's just me. Night of the Creeps. Oh, excuse me. Night of the Creeps with basically nobody and made by nobody.
Well, it had Rusty in it from...
Oh, Rusty, that's right! National Lampoons.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Which Rusty? Anthony Michael Hall?
No, older, gingerish
Yeah, the
Rusty.
ginger Rusty.
Gets his
he was in,
beret thrown off. European, because he gets his
was
beret
in
thrown off.
I can't remember who's in European Vacation. Anthony Michael
Chevy
Hall
Chase.
was the first Rusty.
Yeah.
No, it's not him.
But
It's not
I don't
him.
remember who the second Rusty is, or the third. I can only remember Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
What's the ginger one?
It's the ginger one.
And then, what is the daughter's name? Juliette Lewis is the third one of those.
Yeah, I don't remember the daughter's name. But anyways, Night of the Creeps. Definite do. I really like Night of the Creeps. It's...
Deidre? Was her name Deidre?
I believe... Deidre, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I've seen Night of the Creeps, I believe, and I remember liking it, but this has, again, been a really long time.
Zombie sorority row movie.
I liked it. It had a flamethrower.
Yeah, flamethrower, explosions. Oh, and the cop guy.
Yeah.
He was
Through me.
awesome. What's up? Through me. That's how he answered the phone. Through me.
Yeah, no, I
Do
remember
this.
that now.
Through me.
Yeah, that was a VHS thing, but I remember watching it on VHS and liking it.
Those are your Netflix do's and don'ts. 2 do's out of 2 Stinker Madness reviewers.
Well, I can review Night of the Creeps because I saw it on
there you go.
VHS, and
So
I said do it.
3 out of 3.
When you said throw me, I was like, I remember that jackass.
Yeah, it was awesome. Big week in news, Stinker News. It's Comic-Con. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Yeah.
By the time this releases, this will not be Comic-Con weekend. But some things...
San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the Comic-Con.
Well, the Chicago one's kind of a big deal, too.
It's not as big as San Diego.
No, San Diego's the one.
The SDCC...
I would actually like to go to Comic-Con
I
once.
think it would be fun one time. I think it would be a little like, God damn it, I am so tired of these people. Eventually, maybe not. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
If I had some sweet costumes, I probably wouldn't give a shit about
Oh,
anybody
I
else.
would
I'd be
wear a
like,
costume. Jesus Christ, are you crazy?
oh, I would. I'd be like,
'Cause it's-
costume for every day.
Huh. I just get tired of standing up at the goddamn conventions.
Yeah.
And I would go as
Walking
like
around.
the shitty Catwoman movie with Halle Berry. I would go as that one day just to piss the fans off. They'd be like, that was the worst one ever. And I'd be like, yeah, that's right. And you noticed my sweet costume.
I think that you'd have like one guy. Jeff Albertsons from The Simpsons would be the only guy that would be able to distinguish the Michelle Pfeiffer from the Halle Berry from the, what is her name in the new one?
Faye
that
Dunaway.
lady.
No.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
Faye Dunaway. Eartha Kitt.
It's all just a bunch of leather, other than Eartha Kitt. I don't even remember what Eartha Kitt looked like.
I could spot them all.
Yeah, that's a yeast infection waiting to happen.
I could spot them all.
All right.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer had stitch marks all over hers.
Yeah.
Halle Berry just had rips torn out of it. Eartha Kitt was purple, and Faye Dunaway was not in
Anne
one.
Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway was had
She
goggles.
had the head goggles.
Well,
yeah.
the goggles looked like cat ears when they were flipped up.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I didn't like her in that movie.
She grows on you. I've watched it about 4 times now.
Whoa! No shit.
Yeah, I have all of those.
Huh? I didn't know that.
I
I've
watch
only
them
seen
a
it one
lot.
time.
Like I those are ones that I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything. I'll fall asleep in front of Batman, and then I don't. Then I watch the next one, and I watch the next one.
I can't fall asleep.
Well, no, like not all at once and in succession.
much.
Like I should watch the next one of these tomorrow night.
Ah.
Same thing will happen with the Lord of the Rings. About once a year, I watch those things.
See, I'm still doing that with TNG, where it's like, oh, the most boring show of all time. That will put me to sleep, but then halfway through it, I'm like, I can't fall asleep, because then I have to rewatch this fucking stupid episode again.
That and every once in a while, Data and Picard's historical bullshit conversations you get into, like, oh yeah, no, that did happen. He's absolutely right about Ben Franklin.
Anyway,
By the way, you're being shot at.
Picard and Data were not at Comic-Con this year. Godzilla 2 is already in the works.
Well, it had to. I mean, it made all the money.
Already. Greenlit, go for it.
Hey, more fighting with the monster.
Actually, I don't know. If you could be troubled to maybe put Godzilla in the movie a little bit.
Yeah, No lame ass.
Because that was what I was thinking about it today. That movie wasn't about anything, because it's not really about the guy.
No.
But it's about him more than it is anything. So the problem with the first Godzilla, or the most recent incarnation of Godzilla, is that it suffers from not having a story at all.
No.
It's not about Godzilla. It's not about...
The family. It's not about the father and the son reuniting, because Cranston dies in the first 5 fucking minutes.
Spoiler alert.
That's not a spoiler. First 5 minutes is not spoiler.
No.
If you went there
And you
to
shouldn't
see
be
Cranston,
listening to the show in case you haven't seen every movie ever.
Well, we have been raking this one over the coals for
That's
3
true.
weeks running
That's
now,
true.
so...
Other prequel sequels, whatever. Skull Island. King Kong prequel. Don't know who's directing it. Don't know who's in it.
So is King Kong going to be in it?
Probably.
Or is it just going to be
Well,
like
if it's a
we've
prequel-
heard about this monkey, and it's going to be Nicolas Cage, and he's going to be like,
Oh, God,
I'm
that'd be
going to the
sweet.
jungle.
Yeah, well, see, I don't mind if it's one of those where it's just a late reveal on King Kong, if there's other things that are like the trek through the jungle. If the jungle is the adversary as much as King Kong, say, but if they just show, like, Nick Cage talking to his family and then not really have a story with
And
that,
then got King Kong's not really in it very much.
and then he,
at
like,
all.
slips on some rocks and it's almost treacherous.
Yeah,
like,
then he's
are these
like-
rocks slippery or aren't they? I don't know.
I'm
So
going
it's
to the
just-
jungle to steal the
it's-
King Kong of Independence.
It's just like Godzilla and his dad dies right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Apparently what they did was, this is Legendary Pictures, just so you know, and they...
What the hell did we just watch by Legendary?
I thought that was Steven Seagal.
No, you and I just watched Legendary. Maybe you were there too.
I was there.
10,000 BC is what Jackie and I
Oh
just
yeah, we watched 10,000 BC. That was a shit face.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
terrible. The special effects were awful.
They were pretty bad.
They were the worst...
The girl with the blue eyes.
What's his face? The
It's
German.
unfortunately it's Roland Emmerich's best movie.
But it's the worst special effects
It's
he's ever done in
The only one you don't want to watch, other than Godzilla, the old one.
What was last week's? The week before's Netflix news? Because one of the Netflix things we watched was
We did
Legendary.
watch just a Legendary picture not very long ago.
Well,
But anyways, so they're like shutting down and saying thanks for coming. Oh, and by the way, watch this. Not released. No information was released about Skull Island ever until Comic-Con, and they showed a 30-second preview for it.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd went batshit.
I don't really know. Maybe it's me. I just don't care about Godzilla at all. Or not Godzilla. I mean King Kong.
I like King Kong.
I like Godzilla plenty. King Kong, I can
I
go
think I
either way
prefer
with.
King Kong.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't. I'm just bored by him.
I like his emotions.
I think that he's
He
basically...
likes pretty ladies and he's hairy, Sam. You should
likes
like
pretty ladies
really
and he's
be
hairy.
in with the King
You're
Kong.
kind of King Kong-esque.
Is it... Okay, answer me this. Is King Kong just Frankenstein with a giant ape instead of a monster? Because that's what it seems like to
Gulp.
me.
Ooh, oh.
No.
Because I think that's my problem with it, is I was so inundated with Frankenstein at that point, I'm like, well, it's not really the same thing, but it's exactly the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't make King Kong wild animal enough to make it animalist. I don't know, Sam. You should be able to relate
The
to King
lady
Kong.
in the tower, I mean, the whole thing is just Frankenstein.
Yeah, you would steal a lady
It's
if you were that big. You'd be like, nice
You're
knockers.
right. It is
And you
Frankenstein.
would steal them out of a window.
Maybe she's got a point. We're all Frankenstein.
Or I'm just saying...
Fire bad. Moving on, because we do need to move on. Sam Raimi said during Comic-Con, during a formal radio interview, him and Bruce Campbell are teaming up for an Evil Dead, the TV series.
Oh, really?
Really,
Well-
really.
Campbell pretty much, like, Burn Notice, didn't he pretty much just take that shit over by...
No, he didn't take
You know,
it over.
I think I
thought he
watched
was
Burn
directing, like,
Notice.
half the
No,
episode.
that's Jeffrey Donovan.
The
was
other guy
directing
was?
and
Oh.
producing and writing.
I don't know. I watched Burn Notice because...
Of Bruce
he-
Campbell.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he
because
steals
he's in
the
there,
show.
and he's
But-
just so funny in that show.
That's great. We all love Bruce Campbell, but Evil Dead the TV show? How's that gonna fucking work?
I don't know. They made a TV show out of Bates Motel.
That
Out of
can
Psycho.
be done. That can be done.
I don't know. I
Without
watched the
pissing
first
off
one of that
fans.
one.
How
think
are we
if
going to
he's
do the
mostly
goofiness
working
of Evil Dead?
At S-Mart most of the time, and then periodically has to fight demons, that would be alright.
So it's just actually, again, Bruce Campbell the TV show?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay. Weird one. Tusk You guys should watch this preview or the trailer. It's on YouTube
Well, I
right now.
hope that they use the song Tusk from Fleetwood
No,
Mac.
I don't think that's going
This
to
is
happen.
with Kevin Smith, right?
Kevin Smith,
Just
Justin
talked-
Long.
Yeah, I just talked about this. There's a lot of other people in it too that are all like minor up and comers, not his usual crew.
Here's what I got. Watch the
Tusk!
trailer.
Dun, 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 dun. This is your backup music. Dun,
No,
dun,
no,
dun, dun,
shush,
dun, dun, dun.
shush. Podcast guy goes to Canada to either get murdered or be turned into a walrus. Releases September 19th. I don't know.
I'm
I
going
think
with
he gets
walrus.
turned into a
I
walrus.
don't remember what. I was talking to Josh Frum about it, and he said something about that it came about during one of Kevin Smith's many podcasts, because he has like 10.
Mm-hmm. Smodcast. Oh, yeah, he does have a lot.
Yeah, and I don't remember if it was Smodcast or Tell Him Steve Dave, but
Batman on Batman?
it wasn't Fat Man on Batman.
All right.
It's probably Smodcast. Either way, he's all about it.
Cool. Well, it's interesting.
Is that the news?
That is the news.
Because I have
from
a
Comic-Con.
good bit of news too.
Oh,
This isn't one of those where I say this and everybody goes, "Oh, really?" And I go, "No, not really."
Frank's pregnant?
This is really actually something I read. They're going to redo Condor Man with Robert Pattinson in the lead.
No, you're making that up.
I'll put it on my phone and show you.
Okay, after the show, there's no fucking way.
I'm not joking.
Oh my god.
And it's not confirmed, but it was like that's the only person that's been named in the lead as a possible is Robert Pattinson as Condor Man.
Man. Oh, just watch Condor Man. Nobody's even heard of Condor Man. Why would they remake Condor Man when it's like there's not going to be any buzz about it at all, other than me going, please don't fuck it up.
Which the allure of the original Condor Man is how bad they fucked it up.
Dude,
Actually,
I'm
I don't know
excited.
why
I
they-
I talked about
watched
that movie's awesome.
It is, but it's not like good.
It's pretty good.
It was such a bad idea to try to make a cartoon into a live action. Make a live action movie a cartoon, basically.
True.
It didn't work. It was
I like it.
It was a good
I like
experiment.
it. I
I'm a
like
big fan. I've been a fan since I was like 6.
Well, that's the news, I guess. We'll have to. We hold our breath. We await.
I wouldn't imagine that it'll materialize because one.
I take a grain of salt with anything that comes out of Comic-Con or whatever you say of any of it getting made.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, shit. I mean, Batman, Batman
Tusk-
versus Superman right now is
maybe
is in
not
fucking
getting
hot
made.
water.
Yeah. But Tusk is definitely getting made. It releases September 16th. Check your local listings. Jackie, it is time for Stinker Thinkers. Stinker Thinkers!
Alrighty. Okay.
Wait. Does anybody know the score? Because I didn't bring my notes.
I'm up by 2.
I think you're up by
Yeah.
2. I think it's 13-11 or something like that.
Either 13-11 or 15-13.
This week will be presented by Weapons. Weapons, the sound effect.
And I have to hit the arrow, right?
Yep. Nope.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So these ones, once again, something all in common.
Okay.
This time, not an actor. I'll give you that hint. Okay, so the first one. And this will be easy, but you'll have to know exactly which one it is. Beethoven becomes a father, but the puppy's owner wants to use them and the mother in her divorce bargaining. But the Newton kids steal the puppies. Will they be allowed to keep them, and will they be able to rescue the puppies?
Beethoven's 5th?
No.
Okay. That's the only one I know.
Beethoven's 2nd.
Yes.
Shit.
Oh, I forgot to start with the tagline. Sorry.
That was lucky.
I didn't even know that there was such a thing.
I just made it up.
Alright.
Okay, so this next one, the tagline, sorry, I didn't give you guys that one the first time. Throughout the ages, one hero has cowered above the rest. The Mystery Incorporated gang have gone their separate ways. Yes.
Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
They're all movies with dogs.
Yes, Sam was
Damn it.
right.
God, I gotta get fat. I knew that.
Well,
but I
you
was
gotta
like,
be careful
yes.
because I was listening to the podcast. If you get that wrong, you lose a point.
I know,
So
but I knew that was
you're
it.
dancing on thin ice with that
I'm
thing.
going for mega points.
Alright.
All right, and last one. He sits, he stays, he shoots, he scores! Yes, atomic bomb.
I think it was me.
I heard atomic bomb.
Okay. Atomic bomb
There
was-
isn't an atomic bomb. I hit bazooka.
Bazooka. I hit
Bazooka, okay.
gunshot.
Oh, fuck. Airbud.
Yes.
Yes. 3-1 this week. Justin.
I'm pretty sure that I hit the button first.
You might have, but I heard an explosion of some sort.
Yeah. Well, there a gunshot and a bazooka is happening at the same time. Apparently, sounds like an atomic bomb.
Sorry.
There you go, Stinker Thinkers. It is time for Tim Boring Bullshit.
So, The Man from Hong Kong was also...
Oh shit, we didn't even say at the beginning of this. The movie this week is The Man from Hong Kong,
That's what
or
we're doing
Dragonflies.
Yeah, well, thanks for taking my next thing. Also known in the U.S. market only as Dragonflies. I don't know why we decided that we had to rename all of the Australian movies.
I don't know why we have to rename everything.
Well, they all rename our movies, too. It's just stupid.
Why would you do that?
Anyway, we renamed this The Dragonflies.
I understand if, like, when you translate it directly, it turns into, like, you've got a movie, say, about a dog, and you translate it from Filipino, and it translates into American as giant asses or something like that. But what's wrong with The Man from Hong Kong? I like that title. Dragonflies does nothing for me.
Yeah, it wouldn't make me want to
When this is actually about The Man from Hong Kong.
Correct.
Yeah, the movie.
Not Dragonflies.
No, Dragonflies has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Do they even have those in Australia? They even have those there.
I don't know.
But
I saw them on
that's the
camping
thing.
this weekend.
No, it's a head scratcher.
I don't know
they
shit
have
about
those because it's
Australia.
like whatever. Dragonflies. Okay, so this will be our first.
Maybe
and
they're
hopefully-
trying to get the ladies into the theater. Like, yeah, this is a romance movie, honey. Come on, let's go see the Dragonflies.
Dragonflies. Ooh, maybe.
And then it turns into a Hong Kong movie. Hong Kong, Oriental City.
This will be our first and hopefully not last Brian Trenchard Smith film.
Oh, that means so much to me.
Well, here's what it means to you. The film that I'm going to still try to get a hold of after this will be Turkey Shoot, which is also known in America as Escape 2000, which is one of the craziest Australian movies that's been made. Well, this one and that one are supposed to be the two. Like, the documentary Ozploitation is primarily about this guy's work.
There's a lot of shit.
There's a lot of shit in there, yeah. But
Ozploitation.
there's a bulk of it is this guy here. Anyway, BMX Bandits is
Sure,
also one that he did.
Right. Been there, done that.
With Dead End Drive-In is supposed to be real good. I haven't seen that.
We saw Dead End Drive-In, where they get trapped in the drive-in. Remember that shit?
We saw that.
That was okay. It wasn't great.
Stupid as hell. Don't watch that.
I thought it was okay.
All right.
It's no BMX Bandits.
He also did Leprechaun 3 and Leprechaun 4 in space.
It's the Leprechaun!
In space. Producer Raymond Chow, Golden Harvest. He did everything.
Chow, sure.
Everything.
Yep.
This is the first joint Australian-Hong Kong film, which was done at the height of the Kung Fu craze and at the height of the Australian New Wave. So this is kind of both of them really going in there together to make a knockout home run film without spending too much money on it, because they didn't really spend a lot of money on this movie.
Do you think that the punch, when they make the punching sounds, they're chow chow! Chow chow chow!
I don't think so.
Like their face, or their mouths make the chow? Or is it like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh?
Like chow! Chow! Chow chow! Because the guy's name
Well, the
is
native...
Chow.
No, the native... Oh, God. The native... in terms of the sync sound... the official native language was English for this. So...
Oh, yeah, because it's Aussie, so...
It was shot primarily in Australia, and most of the actors are Australian.
Do they eat a Vegemite sandwich?
I don't know. I just don't know that. They shoot at the three major landmarks in Australia, the Opera House, the whatever the other thing is, and Ayers Rock.
Oh,
Whatever
not
the other thing is.
that's the kangaroo farm, I believe.
No, it's the other one in Sydney. It's the other building that's not the Opera House.
Of the kangaroo farm?
It's not a kangaroo farm.
Yeah,
You don't know that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really know nothing about Australia. Like, I think actually nobody knows anything about Australia.
It's got red dirt.
Red dirt some places.
They
Some
eat
places.
Vegemite sandwiches there.
Yeah, that's what you like. Everything you know about it is like offensive stereotyping.
I know
But
it
you don't
because
know shit about fuck.
Because you like Men at Work.
Yeah, I like Men at Work, and so I know what Australia's all about.
Pretty much America's
I've heard that song.
knowledge of Australia.
Hand me a Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah, all the ladies puke.
He said, "Do you come?"
All right, we got it. You don't need to sing the whole song. It's a 30-minute show. It's a 10-minute song.
Wind blowing, men thunder.
About Australia from the Men at Work lyrics that we paid attention to. This movie made money.
Still a penal colony, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Send all the criminals there.
Scotsman, dirty bastards. Was it the Scotsman or the Irish? I can't remember which penal colony it was generally for. Or maybe
Probably
I
the
don't know.
Scots. Probably the Scots.
I thought it was Scots. Anyway, this movie made money before it screened at theaters.
How does it do that?
Wow.
Because I told you they didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. They spent $550,000 Australian.
Which is like $30.
I don't know what it was in when this was made in the 70s, 76, something like that.
Oh, so $15.
Yeah. And the U.S. rights sold for $200,000, and the overseas rights sold for $500,000. So before they even put it in theaters, it had already made money.
That's a good plan.
Well, that Raymond Chow knows how to get things done. So Jimmy Wang Yu, who is, of course, the star of your dragon. What is the dragon? The red dragon? We just watched it.
Blood Dragon?
Blood Dragon. I
Sure,
can never
okay.
remember the name of it. I believe he directed that as well. He does a lot of Shaw Brothers movies. Apparently that was a problem between him and Brian Trenchard Smith, is that he was, because he's doing a lot of the choreography, just started trying to direct parts of the movie.
Okay.
But he doesn't speak the same language. So you can imagine how that would be.
Oh, so this is going to be like a whole Troll 2 experience.
Not really.
Okay.
I watched the first 6 minutes of this to make sure that the transfer was good on YouTube, and it was.
Okay.
This would be the third of 4 films that George Lazenby did for Golden Harvest. He originally signs the contract with Golden Harvest to do films with Bruce Lee, who dies before he does any of the movies, but because he's a stand-up guy and uninterested in his own career, he continues to do these movies anyway.
So
Which
he's
this
got a lot
one
of guts.
actually kind of gets him back into the swing of doing action movies, because he was buried for a while there after he did Universal Soldier instead of the whatever the James Bond was after in Her Majesty's Secret Service. Jigsaw, the British band, recorded the song Sky High.
Got nothing.
Big hit worldwide. Well, it's going to be at the beginning of the movie, I guess.
Can you sing a little bit of that
No,
for
I
us?
can't. I can't. But I know that of the $550,000 budget of Australian money, $50,000 of it was to pay these cocksuckers for that song.
Damn it!
Sky high, baby!
It's probably some total asshole song, too.
I'm sure it's not good.
What was their name again?
Jigsaw. They
Jigsaw.
sound familiar. I don't know.
No, I got nothing.
All right.
You know, it'd be awesome, though, if they just used it throughout the whole movie, like Stargrove.
Yeah.
Stargirl was...
Stargrove.
I can't imagine that it's going to be as good as Stargirl. That's reaching for the star. Grove.
Grove. So,
So, I had to condense this, and I might bring some of the other trivia on Danger in this film into it after we watch it, but there's so much shit that happened in the making of this movie. One of the first car turns they did, the door comes off and almost kills the director and crew.
Jesus.
High quality vehicles to make over there
So,
in Australia.
Brian Trenchard
Actually,
Smith...
we make their vehicles.
Because one of the pivotal
Americans do that.
stunts that Lazenby had to do, he has to get caught on fire, and he's like, you know what, you should go fuck yourself. I'm not getting paid for that. I'm not getting paid to get lit on fire. Hell, the budget of this film is less than I got paid for to do James Bond. And so Brian Trenchard Smith has the stunt crew light him on fire to prove to Lazenby that it's not dangerous.
Look, it's no big deal.
But when they do it to Lazenby, the jacket gets stuck on him and he gets burnt.
That's terrible.
What an
It is
ass.
terrible. Jimmy Wang Yu injures himself crashing a hang glider into a rock.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I guess all of this gets left in. There's like the part where
Well, you
the
got
part
it.
where Lazenby can't
got
get the
it.
jacket off.
Oh shit,
It's just
shit.
like, this is gold. You're rolling, right? Somebody put that guy out. We'll cut this off
in a
once
bit.
you get him
In
on
a bit.
fire.
Put him out in a bit. Give me a 4 count.
Yeah, they did one of the things that probably led to the nonsense with the car crash problems was they didn't get permits or permission to do any of the car chase sequences. They just did it, girl. They're like, get the camera out, let's do the car chase here.
Awesome. Oh, now I'm getting excited.
Some grandma's in that shot.
Despite its low budget, it's so endearing that it has been selected for preservation nationally by Australia.
Nice.
And we got to keep an eye out for Sammo Hung, of course, from Martial Law, among all of the, of course, Golden Harvest Kung Fu movies. And also Yuki's Burn, the first bad guy, the first Mad Max bad guy.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's in this as well.
Well, I guess there's a limited pool. You know what? Fuck that. We have a huge listenership in Australia, we really need to stop throwing those guys under the bus. Because this is probably going to be our most popular episode in Australia.
That's one of the trivias. They kind of emptied the well on Australian actors on this thing. They got them all in. Who they could. Like, a lot of these guys actually do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they
and then they were all killed in dangerous accidents.
Actually, most of the... They didn't put a lot of those guys... I'm sure Yusuke's Burn will do some stunt sequences, but for the most part, it was all just Jimmy Wang Yu and George Lazenby. And their, own willingness and refusal to not let anybody else do their stunts.
Well, the movie is The Man from Hong Kong. It is on YouTube. You can find it on our YouTube channel, and it's on our recommended movies. You can just go right there and watch the whole damn movie for no charge.
Yeah, and there's two of them. One of them is full screen. It's not the full screen one.
I grabbed the right one.
Yep. There's a Cinescope, and it's a good transfer. I looked at it on my computer, and everything looks nice.
So, about the improv. We, again, didn't set up anything at all.
That.
But since it's your pick, Sam, this week, you have to come up with
there is a woman in this movie, speaking of Australian actresses. I don't know what her name is. Rebecca something or other. Schnelling, maybe?
Okay.
I don't know what it is in the movie. Can you do an Australian accent?
No, nobody
can. I think we can. Well, I don't have to. I'm going to be Lazenby again. You got to be. No, you got to be Jimmy Wang Yu, and you can't do this thing where you're like, oh, I got a roll.
I insist that we all do Australian accents as an apology to the nation of Australia for our insults earlier. Now they can. Now we're going to flip it and make us look stupid.
We can't be the two protagonists, or the protagonist and the antagonist of the film. Jackie will be playing...
So I've got something for the listeners while you're figuring this out.
Oh, you'll be Rosalind.
If you can tell me what line this movie is from, we will send you an autographed picture. The first person that emails us with the correct answer. And it does have to do with a movie. The scene takes part in Australia. Mm. And he's scared. Why don't you shove a tampon right up your box? Because it's the only... Light it on fire. Because it's the only bang you're ever going to get.
I don't know that one.
So if you know it, if you've heard that line, I think it's one of the funniest lines ever to come out of a movie.
Now that's something I have to do on the website. Thanks.
Yep.
Nope, just email us.
So, you'll be playing Carolyn Thorne, who is played by Rosalind Spears. You will be playing Maury Gross.
Maury Gross, yes.
As Yuki's Burn. And I will be Willard, as played by Frank Thring.
Do we have a scenario?
Well, none of us are main characters.
Kangaroo cook-off.
Do you eat kangaroos or do you eat wallabies? And is there a difference?
I thought wallabies were more like bears.
I thought you just ate crocodiles. That's all Mick Dundee eats.
Well, he's a Crocodile Dundee. That doesn't...
Yeah.
This is as much as I got. I've
Maybe
only
the
seen
dingo ate your baby.
crocodiles be ate in Australian things related to
so he's
Australia.
Crocodile Dundee. Maybe there's like a brown horse Thompson.
No, they eat the
snake.
snake.
He only eats brown
you can
horses.
live off of it, but it tastes like shit. That's right.
Not those tan ones, though. Chestnut or darker only.
All right, that's what it is. 3 people sitting around a campfire starving, wondering what you can eat in Australia.
Well, I'm willing to bet that none of these people made it into the Crocodile Dundee movie. So maybe that's the improv. We're not even the people in the movie. We're just the actors sitting around a fire talking about why we didn't get to be Crocodile Dundee.
I don't understand. I'm so beautiful.
Oi. I'm just too old.
I mean, so what if I got a spot of acne on me face? And it looks like I got the herp around my mouth. I should have been in this movie. I got Aussie tan and everything. I even went around and punched a kangaroo right in the fucking face. Just so that I could get in there. I was ready for the action in this Crocodile Dundee movie. I was ready to be his main squeeze. And then I got me acne herpes breakout. And they told me I couldn't be in the movie.
Yeah, then they went with a yank. Can you believe that?
Oh, she was fucking fat. That's she was. Did you see her ass? She's eating one too many hamburgers. If she would have stuck into the proper kangaroo meat, she would have been all right.
I suppose beyond being old, my hemorrhoid flare-ups would have prevented me from doing any stunts, especially those involving fire.
Fire bad! Sorry, I can't do it. I mean, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't even pretend. Okay, all right. Fire bad. That's all I got now. Shit, I'm out.
How the hell did he get into Mad Max anyway? I wasn't in that movie either.
I don't even know who made it to the auditions for Crocodile Dundee. Look at this fucking pipe. That's a made-up Australian word.
A pipe?
Pipe.
Pipe?
It's not quite pipe.
Not quite pipe?
Pipe.
Pipe?
You're both units. I'll tell you that right now.
Why don't you just go get me a Vegemite sandwich?
Wrap it up, B. We're officially getting the wrap it up, B, from Sam. So on that note, everybody give us your best get to the chopper in Aussie.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, get to the chopper now.
Awful.